Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the last units of QABD, that is index numbers. So let's understand the meaning of index number. An index number is the ratio or an average of ratios expressed as a percentage of a phenomena of two or more time periods, one of which is taken as base period. So if you considering two time periods, so for take an example 2018 and 19. So 2018 is base time period and 2019 is a current period. So now exactly what is the index numbers? So students, we know the value of money does not remain constant over a time, so it rises or falls and inversely related to the change in price levels. A rise in the price level means there is a fall in value of money. Similarly, there is a fall in the price level means there is a rise in value of money. So thus changes in the value of money are reflected by the changes in general level prices over a period of time. So changes in the general level of prices can be measured as statistical tool, that is index number. So index number is called a technique to measuring the changes in variable or group of variable. So here group of variable means price, quantity, demand, supply, or maybe commodity we are daily using. So food grains, so vegetables. So we know there is a huge difference between the prices compared to last 10 years to present years. So which is respect to even geographical location and other characters. To measure such variables for the given time period is known as index numbers. So definition, index numbers are a specialized type of averages given by Mr. Blair. Second one is index numbers are devices for measuring differences in the magnitude of a group of related variables. So according to Croxton and Cowden. So now let's understand characteristics of index numbers. From the meaning we derived the characteristics of index number. Index number specialized averages. So second one is index number measures the changes level of phenomena. Next one is index number measures the changes over a period of time. Next, so index numbers are generally expressed in relative terms, that is percentage. So these are the major characteristics of index numbers. Next one is uses of index numbers. So first one is economic barometer. So index numbers serves as an economic barometer. So like barometer used in physics and chemistry to measure the atmosphere pressure. So similarly index numbers are used to by the government or business sector to measure the pulse of economic activities. The indices of prices like wholesale price index, retail price index, output indices like import and export, industrial and agricultural production, foreign exchange reserve, cost of living, to provide a good basis for economic appraisal. So and in taking suitable economic decision, so index number plays very important role. Next one is framing suitable policies. So index numbers help in formulating decision and policies of business and government. For example, the cost of living index number is used by the government and other financial undertakings for fixing the DA, that is dearness allowance of their employees. Similarly, the indices of consumption pattern of various commodities help in predicting their productions. The next one is helps in studying trends and tendencies. So index number by analyzing relative changes in the given phenomena at a different period of time. So helps in studying the general trend for phenomena. For instance, indices of prices, output, volume of trade, import, export, supply of raw material, government policy of a particular industry are very much useful in business people who is planning to launch himself into a particular industry. So such indices provides basis for analyzing future trends and tendencies in a particular phenomena. So next one is measure of purchasing power of money. So the basic aim of index number is studying the changes in prices level over a period of time. This helps in measuring the purchasing power of money. It means when prices goes up, value of money goes down, resulting in declining purchasing power and vice versa. So the last one is index numbers are useful in deflating. So index number are used to adjust the original figures to changes. For instance, let's take an example. Wages are adjusted for cost of living changes and thus convert nominal wages into real wages. Likewise, nominal income into real incomes, nominal sales into real sales through considering suitable index numbers. So these are the major uses of index number. Next, types of index number. First one is price index number. This price index number measures the general changes in price levels of commodity. Quantity index number measures the quantity of a particular goods produced, sold, purchased over a particular time. So value index number used to compare changes in total value. So here total value is equals to price into quantity. So basic notation used in construction of index number. So base year is representing 0. 0 means base year. Current year by using 1. Price small p, quantity small q, value is equals to p into q, that is price into quantity, is denoted by v. So it means combination of base year figures and current year figure with price and quantity, P0, that is P0. P means price, 0 means base year. So that is base year price. P1 current year price, Q0 base year quantity, Q1 current year quantity. It is very much required while calculating our index numbers. So next. Methods of constructing index number. So there are two different methods while constructing index number. First one is simple or unweighted. So under that simple aggregate method. Second one is simple average of price relative method. These two methods comes under unweighted. So weighted, again we have weighted aggregate method, weighted average of price relative method. So today we are going to solve the problems based on unweighted, that is simple aggregate method, and a simple average of price relative method. Construct, so problem number 1, construct the index number from the following data for the year 2014, taking the year 2013 as the base. So 2013 as the base, it is a base, it is representing 0. 2014 considered as the current year, it representing as 1. So the commodities are given A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Price of 2013 and price of 2014 is given. It is considered as P0. That is base year price. This is considered as P1. So let's solve the problem. So good morning students. Let's continue with index numbers. Last class we calculated unweighted methods, that is simple aggregate method and simple price relative method. So today we are going to calculate index numbers on weighted. So that is weighted aggregate method, weighted average of price relative method. So there are different methods to calculate under weighted aggregate method. The first one is Laspeyres method, second one is Pasch's method, third one is Darbish and Boole method, fourth one is Fisher's ideal method, Marshall and Edgeworth method, and Kelly's method. But as per your syllabus, we are discussing only Fisher's ideal method. So which carries 14 marks, so compulsory question in section C. So Fisher's ideal method. Now the formula to calculate index number under Fisher ideal method is P01, that is base year into current year, is equals to sigma P1 Q0, current year price base year quantity divided by P0 Q0, that is base year price and quantity, into sigma P1 Q1 current year price and quantity divided by sigma P0 Q1 base year price current year quantity, so into 100. Now this is a formula to calculate a Fisher's ideal method. So next, the index number should satisfy this test of adequacy. There are 4 tests. One is unit test, time reversal test, factor reversal test, circular test. So again, so we discussing only 2 tests, that is time reversal test and factor reversal test as per your syllabus. So now time reversal test. So now what is time reversal test? It is a test of determine whether the given formula for calculating index number will work both ways in time, forward and backward. So what do you mean by this? So let's observe. So here the forward, that is base year into current year, here backward, so current year into base year, it should be equals to 1. So that means it should satisfy both forward and backward. Now sigma P1 Q0 and sigma P0 Q0, sigma P1 Q1 and sigma P0 Q1, it is similar to the Fisher's ideal index formula. This is forward. Multiply with the backward. Backward means you need to substitute base year values into current year values. That is a time period. Now just observe sigma P1 Q0, here sigma P0 Q1. So we just substitute the values. So instead of current year, so we have substitute base year, that is called backward. So you need to substitute all base year values into current year and current year values into base year. So sigma Q0, that is Q1. Now P1 Q1, this is current year. Now we substitute into base year values, that is sigma P0 Q0. Similarly sigma P0 Q0, so this is base year price and quantity, we substitute with current year price and quantity. Next sigma P0 Q1, that is sigma P1 Q0. So in TRT test, so we need to substitute base year and current year values into current year and base year values. So finally sigma P01 into sigma P10 should be equals to 1. So if the given index number satisfies these conditions, the final answer we will get, that is 1. That is called time reversal test. So next, factor reversal test. It holds that the product of a price index and the quantity index. See, the product of price index and quantity index should be equal to the corresponding value index. So let's understand with formula. Sigma P01, that is the price index, into sigma Q01, that is quantity index. So equals to, again sigma P1 Q0, this is the basic formula of Fisher's index, into, that is the value of P01, into the value of quantity index. So here we need to substitute price value with the quantity value. So it means P1, the P1 value we convert into Q1 value, Q0 value we substitute into P0 value. So here we need to substitute price and quantity. So in the first equation we have price and quantity, second equation, so again we have price into quantity, but the changes is we need to substitute price value with quantitative value. See, next P1 Q1, there is no changes, P1 Q1, because both price and quantity having the same current year values, divided by sigma P0 Q0, again both price and quantity having the same values, into sigma P0 Q1. So here P0 we converted into Q0, Q1, so we substitute into P1. So finally the value of sigma P01 into Q01 equals to the corresponding value index. So this is current year price value index, this is base year value index. Now solve some problems relating to Fisher's ideal index. This is 2019 question paper. Construct a Fisher's ideal index from the following and show how it satisfies TRT and FRT. So the commodities and 2015 and 2018 is given. So year 2015 is the base year, 2018 is the current year. So base year price, this is P0, current year price, that is Q0.